here today with Ted Dhanik, CEO, Chairman and Founder of Engage BDR. Ted, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Are you able to share a little bit about BDR?
Sure. Engage BDR is a digital advertising company focused specifically in two areas. The two areas are programmatic advertising and influencer marketing.
For those who aren't close to the industry, what do both of those things relate to?
Sure. Programmatic advertising is an automated way of buying media. Imagine buying stocks with the traditional method, which was calling brokers on the phone and sending them faxes. And so essentially that enabled you to buy stocks, but sometimes it would take several days to do it. And by the time you bought it, the share prices changed and things like that. Well, advertising is very similar. We've automated the way you can buy that media through server-to-server connections. It's very technical, but buyers have a console and they actually buy on that console as opposed to making calls and sending faxes. So it's fully automated and they set the parameters of the types of advertising that they want to buy or the types of ad inventory, and it automatically fills those requests based on when that inventory actually becomes available. So it's fully automated, and the buyers do not have to transact with salespeople. So it's or media buyers. It's fully automated, and so essentially we're trying to make an autonomous engine or a machine that handles advertising.
This is more than just a concept?
Yeah, it is. So we've been in the space for 10 years. This is our 11th year. We entered programmatic advertising in 2010, and we've continued to evolve with the industry, and the space is pretty big. We have some pretty big players in the US, a company called The Trade Desk, trading at $9 billion market cap, trading at 20 times revenue. And there's us, which we had about 11.5 million in revenue last year. We're currently trading at about 1 times revenue or less currently.
And in terms of the volume of transactions moving through the system?
Sure. We currently have about 70 billion auctions per day. So imagine 70 billion times an ad can potentially be seen. We have transactions for those. We don't serve 70 billion ads a day. We'd love to, but that means that there's a lot of opportunity potentially to find buyers to fill those inventory opportunities. The type of inventory that we typically sell is the stuff that you see, for example, on YouTube. You see commercials or 15-second, 30-second spots, and that's typically what we sell. Majority of our opportunity is in video advertising.
And the influencer marketing side of the business?
Sure, the influencer marketing side of business is what we call a new and emerging area of growth in advertising globally. It's going to be worth about $10 billion in 2020. It's growing pretty fast. Brands are deploying cash from their budgets away from traditional forms of digital advertising into influencer marketing. It works really well. Influencers, you'll find like the Kardashians, for example, they're making sometimes high 6 figures, low 7 figures per post for a single post, and they sell products. So when they post something, it sells. So it's strong ROI for advertisers. What we have built is an influencer platform to automate the process around that. It's very laborious currently. Advertisers are taking screenshots, sending emails and text messages and direct messages on Instagram and creating spreadsheets, and it's a very messy kind of framework. So we've built a workflow system that automates that whole process, and essentially we've created a self-serve platform around that which invites influencers on an invite-only basis and advertisers, and they join, and it's a marketplace essentially. So we aim to be like a Google AdWords for influencer marketing.
In terms of recent successes, what should investors have focused on?
Sure. As far as successes with the company, specific benchmarks and milestones of the company has hit recently, we've been making announcements around achieving those milestones. At the beginning of February, we put out an announcement that said what our goals were for 2019 with relation to strategic milestones, and we laid it out for the whole year. And progressively, as you see over the next, until the balance of the year, you'll see announcements relating to the achievement of those milestones. So far, every milestone that we've hit has been ahead of schedule, and we look forward to updating the market with more news, hopefully ahead of schedule as well. So it's going pretty well so far. Latest milestone was in relation to new deals. So we had a quota of deals per quarter per product, and we just announced we kind of blew out those numbers. It's great. The team's working very hard, and that's the kind of stuff that we announce.
A big marketplace, a fantastic platform, exceptional management team. Ted, Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time as well.